If you're watching this video on the day that the video has come out, you probably are aware of why I'm doing this. But if you're watching this on the future, or if you just simply don't know what happened, Kentaro Miura has passed away, and the announcement of his passing away came out today, because he has passed away at the beginning of the month. And I had a video ready to publish today, and I decided to push that for tomorrow and do this one instead. So, hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Crash, and I wanted to talk about not only Miura and Berserk, but mangaka in general, and how hard they work for us, and how much we don't respect their work. So, first of all, rest in peace, Kentaro Miura. Condolences to the family and friends. I'm not someone who has an emotional story with Berserk. I've been reading Berserk for the past 8 years or 9 years. I don't even remember. I remember first reading it in my grandma's house because she didn't have internet. I was gonna spend a week there, and I decided to download Manga, which is a thing that I did a couple of times. That's also how I read Pun Pun. And one of the manga that I downloaded was Berserk, and I got really addicted to it, especially because I had nothing else. And I've been, reading it since then. And well, not since then. I've stopped a couple of years ago, and I recently actually started rereading it, buying the deluxe editions because they're gorgeous. And if you have the money to buy them, do it, because they are the most gorgeous books I have in my library right now. And I've been reading it, but I don't have any script written for this video in particular, so I don't know where to go. I am sorry if a lot of this is disjointed. I just have 2 points to make. One of them is that show a bit of respect for Miura, and the other, which is the main point of the video, is to look at what mangaka do. And what mangaka do is work their asses off. In interviews with Oda, the writer of One Piece, he says that he sleeps around 3 hours every single day. And he sleeps that much because he spends the rest of his days working. And, I'm not sure, but I think Oda is an extreme example. But that doesn't take anything away from the other mangaka, because the other mangaka, even if they don't sleep 3 hours, they sleep 5. And they spend the rest of the day working on their manga constantly, with deadlines every week, deadlines that have broken mangaka before. And I don't like hiatuses. I don't read manga that are on hiatus. The reason why I read Berserk was because back then I did not add that policy of myself. But I have a deep respect for the mangaka who write those manga and their need to take a break. And that's why when Gege takes a 2-week break from writing Jujutsu Kaisen, it should not be frowned upon. And what breaks my heart is when Horikoshi took a break, he had to apologize to everyone for taking a week off for himself. And even then, he probably didn't took a week off to himself. He probably spent that time working on the manga and on other projects of My Hero Academia. And you should not have to beg forgiveness for taking a break, especially when you're working your ass off to give us the best you can give us, and people just shit on mangaka's face. That just it. You may not do that with your favorite mangaka, but and I say you, it's not necessarily you, just a lot of people of the community do this. They shit on other mangaka and on other fans and on other stories, and it's okay to criticize. That's fine. I do it, you do it, everyone does it, it's okay. That's part of the analysis of a manga, that's part of reading a medium, any medium, is to understand what they do wrong, what they did right, what you like, what you don't. That is fine. What is not fine is when you start insulting the work and effort of people. And I see that a lot. I see, which hurts even more when it just comes out of the death, but I see a lot of people just downright wishing death upon other mangaka, or even if they don't wish death, they say things like, oh, I wouldn't mind, you know, killing this guy or trading this guy for others. That's not how you should go about it, because even if you don't like Naruto as much as you like Berserk, Kishimoto also worked their fucking ass off to write Naruto. He didn't simply stump upon the manga completed and just gave it to Shueisha. He spent years working, perfecting, not sleeping to give Naruto to the fans of his work. And to go out of your way and say things like, oh, but, you know, imagine working 10 years to give a mid-work. No, imagine working 10 years to give something to people who are enjoying your stuff and sometimes need your stuff. Like, I don't care about Naruto personally, even though it was a manga that I've read as a teen. It's an important step in me in getting into manga in general, because it was the first manga that I read, it was one of the first anime that I watched. I don't have that deep emotional connection with it, but I know a lot of people who do, and you do too. You know people who Naruto's presence has helped them. So to go out of your way to try to ruin that for the people and for the mangaka shows a deep disrespect for the medium. And I personally don't think any people who does that is a genuine fan of manga the medium. Maybe you're a fan of a manga in particular, but I don't see you as someone who enjoys manga and someone who respects manga. And this is a video that's not going to be directed for most people, but if it is to you, if you see yourself in the things that I do say, think about those things and think about changing yourself, because once you let go of that rage, it's also going to be helpful for you and for everyone around you, honestly. And, you know, just before I conclude, if you are a huge fan of Berserk and if you are having a hard time dealing with this, which I understand because I did too, you know, I'm here, a lot of people are here, we're going through the same, and I wish you all the best, and, you know, I'm gonna drink one for Miura. And if you watch this over here, thank you very much, and I'll see you next video.